Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Waiting for 1 or 2 minutes if anybody else will join. Huh? I think we need to start.
Yes, sir.
Because no point waiting further. Eh? Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Okay. Before proceeding, anybody has anything to ask specifically? Juhu, Gauri, Sajin, Amar?
So,
Yes. Yes, Gauri.
no, sir, I was saying no questions right now.
Okay. Okay. No issue.
So just one question.
Yes.
Comes to the actual exam. So that's in the software, right? So in the software, like as we are writing in there is a two task. So is there any point we need to put the salutations as we are replying to an email? So is that relevant, or just we'll go with the subject like what we are writing in exam, just like only the points, or do we need to have that salutations like from to whom, all
From
those
to and
kind of
all
things?
that will be there, sir. Will be there.
No,
Like
in answer.
in the answer, yes, sir. Because the answer page is blank. So you need to type your things, na? Just say.
So yeah. My question is that necessary or to write all those things in the answer, or just they're only looking for the content?
No, it is necessary because it is called, if you are not writing non-professionalism, sometime in the answers, if it is a mail, maybe they have written to and from. But then the other thing, the subject matter and all that not written, you need to write. The format should be completed up till here so that it looks like it's a professional answer. Otherwise, the institute says that the student is non-professional. Whenever you are in the practical organization writing something to your boss or your senior, then the language should be professional. So similarly, they want that the students should maintain the professionalism in writing the answers. You cannot start straight away just saying that net present value, this is not looking good. For that reason, the suggested answer of the institute, it's saying these all things. And then they are starting writing the answers. So sometimes in the answer, they will print to and from. But the other things you need to write an introduction about what you are going to cover in the answer, like in practical life also. And then you will start writing your answers in detail. Should be done, sir.
Okay, thank you.
And if we practice that regularly, then in the exam, we will be having the habit. But if suppose in the classes, we are writing the answers and we are not using them because we are thinking that I can manage an exam. It's not hard and fast thing. But then the habit becomes that only. So we will be writing in the exam also straight away like this. So marks will be deducted because the professionalism, the student is not professional. Okay? Okay. Now, again for core area B, first of all, I'm going into exam style questions. And after exam style question, I will be coming in exercise also. Because with the exam style, maximum portion of exercise will complete at the same time. With the exam style questions, you will be getting a feeling of exam questions, how to write the answers, everything. Huh? So going with the exam style questions, and then we'll cover the exercise.
So before starting it, I found a little bit of difficulty in terms of I know the concept.
Huh?
I know so. I mean, it looks like I know so many things, but I'm not able to, conclude everything. So I'm taking time to say what I really want to say. For instance, if in the question is giving a scenario, I tend to analyze from the top level to the bottom level. So since I'm having so many ideas in my mind, I feel like I may go. There will be a chance of time management. I may be writing more due to that reason. I may be going out of it. This is what I felt after having these three practices, because I was trying to give timing, and then at the same time I was just trying to achieve the same timing, especially in the last practice C. So yeah, this was the difficulty. Maybe in the exam I may be as we are practicing more, maybe in exam I may be getting it. But so what my question is, if for instance if in the question giving 10 marks, if we are planning to, if we have got 5 points, each point, how many sentences should we just focus on? Just 3 sentences, finish that, or should we go beyond? I don't know whether you are able to answer, but I'm just asking this question.
No, the same thing we have discussed many times. Again, I will say the same thing. It's a general question. So I will give a general answer.
General answer.
Suppose
Okay.
the question is 15 marks. As we discussed, we will be getting in total 45 minutes to read the scenario, to read the requirement, to read the attached reference material, 45 minutes reading time, and then 45 minutes answer time also. If it involves 2 parts, both the answer need to be completed. If it involves 3 parts, then all the 3 need to be completed within 45 minutes.
In 15 marks, just imagine in this question, we have got 15 marks, isn't it? So it should be right in a way, introduction and about the subject matter that we are trying to write, and a conclusion. Is that how we need to write it?
I want to see 360-degree again. Your answer will also be there, and the other things maybe you are not able to ask, that also will be covered. So I am saying that because we are studying for passing the exam. So we need to think always the exam environment. Bring in front of you the exam environment, how you will be performing. Then the success in the exam chances will be very high. So it's a 15 marks question, but in exam, you will not be getting only one question of 15 marks. You will be getting generally 2 parts or maybe 3 parts. 3 parts are less. So in 4 questions, you are getting 2 parts, 2 parts, 2 parts, 2 parts, in total 8 questions. Generally, I've seen that out of the 4 tasks, they will cover in 1 task 3 questions. So you can see that in total 9 questions you need to answer. Now, all 9 questions are not there in front of you for entire 3 hours. You will have one by one everything, and every 45 minutes, the 2 tasks are gone. So I'm saying that suppose we are in the exam hall, and this is in the exam hall, the task 1 starts. So you are reading the stuff, you are reading the reference material, you are reading the requirement. The requirements are generally not only 15 marks, it will be 2 requirements always, kam se kam. It may be 3 requirements. As we discuss continuously, again we are discussing, out of 45 minutes, according to me, the maximum time a student should be taking 10 minutes in reading and planning everything. Because otherwise the time will be very less to write an answer. Planning includes even some write-up in your answer sheet as a bold heading. Suppose the question is talking about reasons for manner in which a project recall the windows. While reading something, you are getting some point in your mind. Now you may forget. So in your writing pad where the answer need to be typed, you can write something, a bold heading or something, whatever is coming in your mind. That is not the final answer. But in that 10 minutes planning, you are doing that also. 1 or 2 points comes in your mind. You want to elaborate that later. So you have written that. So if I'm, suppose, a student going in the exam, I will be doing 10 minutes this part. Maybe 9, but I will not be taking more than 10 minutes. Now 35 minutes I have. And in 35 minutes, generally, there are 2 requirements I need to answer. Normally in the requirements, they don't mention the marks. They mention the percentage, 40, 60%, 70, 30%, 50, 50%. That percentage denotes marks also, time allocation also, both the things. If I will say every question each of 25 marks, every 45 minutes each of 25 marks. So in 25 marks, 15 marks is automatically coming 60%. That means my writing time, 60% will be going to this 15 marks. And my writing time, 40% will be going to the 10 marks or 40% time. Now, as we discussed, the institute is saying student typing speed should be around 15 to 20 words per minute. That's the average speed they are expecting. If the student is typing not in font size 2025, in 11 font size. In the 11 font size, the typing speed should be around 15 to 20 words per minute. If in 11 font size, you will type in Word file, I have seen that it will be coming around 1.5 lines. That means the institute is saying 1.5 line per minute. You are getting out of 35 into 60%, 15 marks means 60%, around 20-21 minutes. So the length of the answer will be around 30 lines. 1 or 2 lines here and there. Now suppose, Johu, you are thinking so much and you have a good typing speed and you are writing 40 lines. Okay, no problem. If somebody, suppose Gauri has less time, I'm just giving example, Gauri, not that you have less typing speed, but Gauri is writing 28 line, chalega, 30, 28 chalega. But if suppose Sajin is typing 22 lines, when it is a 20 minutes, 21 minutes writing time you are getting after getting the reading and all that, writing 20 minutes, 20 line is very less. It's sure we can't pass the exam. It is not a question of quantity, but the quality will never come if we are not giving proper quantity. Because writing very less means you are not covering the entire aspects properly. So every time whenever you are writing an answer, do this calculation in your mind. Maybe you are doing an homework for core area A, B, C, D, E, whatever. You are doing research for 2 hours, no problem. But once you start typing your answer in Word file, take a time that I need to cover this in 20-21 minutes. And my length of the answer should be coming around 30 lines. If it is 35-40, very good. But it should not be generally less than 30 lines, 1 minute, 1.5 line per minute. Now comes if you are writing 5 points. So every point you can take around 6 lines because 5 into 6 is 30 lines. If you are writing 4 points, then you can take 4 into 7, 8, around 7 to 8 lines per point. The major issue is that every point you need to elaborate properly. It cannot be one-liner. It cannot be a pointer. You are covering 30 points in 30 lines. That way we will not get marks. And like Johu, you have written all the answers. You have written everything in one paragraph. Maybe you are writing 10 things. You have written just a single paragraph for writing those 10 things. That is very bad. The reason being that when examiner reading entire thing in one paragraph, he will not be able to concentrate that you have covered so many things. Because you need to understand, examiner is not checking copy of only Johu. He's checking so many copies. So if all the things are covered in one paragraph, then student marks will be less, even though he is writing very well. When we are looking at the model answer, I said in the previous class also, and again I am repeating, before giving you feedback for the answer, I always, once the timeline for submitting the answer is over, I shared with all of you the model answers. Like for core area C, I will share just now after the class. Maybe I will give you feedback by Monday. No problem. But when the model answer you are looking, you need to look every aspect of model answer. In the model answer, what Sajin was asking, that is whether we need to write. Model answer means what? Institute is expecting that you will write like this. In the model answer, you see paragraph by paragraph. In an answer, they are covering 7 to 8 paragraphs depending upon their feeling. Never they are writing all the answers in one single paragraph. Never they are writing A, B, 1, 2, 3, this, that. They are not writing. That means institute is saying that we need to follow the same principle. In many answers for the paragraph, they are putting a subheading. But in many answers, they are not putting any subheading for the paragraph. I personally feel that putting a subheading for the paragraph will make your answer better. Maybe for the subheading, you are not getting the feeling. First of all, write the paragraph. After writing the paragraph, you easily come to know what you have covered, and you can make a subheading for the paragraph. So that examiner, when reading the subheading, understand that the student want to cover this. When the institute answer is giving you a presentation, why we will think of doing any other presentation what the institute is suggesting? Whatever answer written here, this answer is not written in 35 minutes. This answer is written in 5-10 days. This answer is not written by one person. This answer is written by a team of persons, team of faculties. When all of them have written, then they combine together, they sit together, and they made a final answer covering every aspect. When everybody has written the answer, they have referred so many materials while writing this answer. So neither now, neither after 50 years, you can expect or you should not expect that you can write exactly the same. That's not the reason that we are reading the model answer. Then you can mug up the comma, full stop, everything. That's not the case, because that is not going to happen. While reading the model answers, you need to read very carefully. You need to become examiner while reading the model answer. Whatever you have written, submitted, you already have. I have not given you feedback. I will give you 2-3 days later. Because when I have given you time till yesterday night, anybody can submit tomorrow, yesterday 2 a.m. also. I need to give that much time. Then I will share model answer. Then I will sit. Then I will read the model answers. Make myself ready that how I will check. They have given in the model answers. Along with that, the marking guidelines also. I will read the marking guidelines carefully, and I will follow as an examiner, giving you marks. Giving you feedback is not a 2 minutes, 3 minutes affair. It's a very time-consuming affair. That reading each individual answer, analyzing it, comparing. Similarly, when you are reading the model answer, you don't need to mug up. But even though suppose somebody is very bad means English is poor, don't study so much. And somebody is brilliant, English is very good, at the same time and studying very well. For both the persons, what need to be done by reading the model answer? In the model answer, there is nothing written which you will not understand. Obviously, you will think so much thing they have written. They have not written in 30-35 minutes, man. We understand. Nobody can write this much. But then when you are reading, you are realizing some of the points which we are very simple. Some of the paragraphs are very simple, but we are not able to think. Try to incorporate that in your subsequent write-up. Exam is not tomorrow. Still ample of time is there. They have written something which you have also written, but they have written in a very different style, which you are realizing, I could also write this. I should have written this, but I was not in that frame of mind. So there you are getting extra points, and you are getting the points which you may have written in a different length, in a different way. They have used the pre-seen information. They have used the unseen reference material, how they are linking. Even for me, teaching for so many years, it's a learning for me when I'm reading the model answer. One of my staff who was working with me 4 to 5 years back, Mr. Subhojit Mukherjee, he's from Kolkata. He's CMA US qualified. When I did my CIMA 7 to 8 years back, 6 years back, did earlier, but I took the membership later. Then for getting the CIMA membership, the institute is asking write autobiography page after page, around 15-20 pages. I thought that I don't have so much time. I asked him, since his English is good, better than me, as far as English language is concerned, I asked him, not because of English, I can write my own, but I don't have time. I told him, you know everything about me, what I did in my life and all that. You make my autobiography. He has written the things. Then I rectified it. Then I suggested him. And then the final outcome I have submitted to CIMA Institute for getting the membership. They gave me the membership. He enjoyed it a lot. And then these answers he used to study. When I was teaching for CIMA, then he used to study these answers in 2017, 18. He was there with me. He worked for 4 or 5 years with me till the time of Corona Mota Moti, till 2020. Then he was also saying that even though his English is very good, he can write very fantastic literature and poetry English. He was always saying that, sir, how long they are writing, sir. What a lovely write-up, sir. What a lovely institute CIMA is. ठीक है. But even an English man cannot write these things. But I mean to say that a person who has very good sound English and professionally qualified, CMA US qualified, not a joker, he is understanding that so many things the institute is writing which nobody can write, but we can improve. What's our job? Ki suppose Sajin is writing 2 paragraph answer and institute is writing for first part around 10-12 paragraphs. Who are 10? Doesn't matter, man. There is no correlation. I'm not saying that you write 12 paragraphs, but at least you write 4 or 5 paragraphs, man. If you were writing for 20 minutes and you are not covering 30-35 lines, that means there is a problem. Maybe you don't have time to write. Maybe you can write, but then you are developing that skill that you are always writing a short answer. How in the exam we will be able to perform? We cannot. When you are writing the answers, maybe you are taking 2-3 hours. For doing the research, you are taking 2-3 hours. Reading the model answer also needs 2-3 hours. Reading the model answer very slowly, understanding, reading again, preparing some notes on the model answer. If there is anything in a paragraph you are not understanding, you will be asking in the class what they are saying and all that. That needs to be done, man. What is the way by which we can pass the exam and improve? This is not, I'm teaching in F2, preparing balance sheet, past journal entry. This is not that. It is open-ended thing. There is no fixed formula. There is no fixed write-up, which is only correct. It's your feeling. The feeling will be developed when you do these things on a regular basis. That the homework are given, you submit the assignment. For submitting the assignment, you are making the time frame, which is I am telling, because otherwise how I will check? Then you are doing some research. As I said, YouTube is the best way to research. Anything, balance, scorecard, sensitivity, maybe my video, any video you will get, you will be able to understand very fast with the help of understanding, or maybe doing some chat GPT research. Google search not required now. You will start writing your answer in the given time only. After writing your answer, submitting, when the model answer given, you go through the model answer 360-degree, understand how you need to improve, where your doubts are there, you will be asking in the class. We will discuss at length all the A, B, C, D, E, all parts, all questions properly. Then we will be passing this exam. And this thing I said in the first class, this is the 3rd time again I am saying. Same thing. If you go on asking general question, I can give general answer only. If you can give specifics, sir, this is the question. Sir, this is I am thinking. Sir, this is they have written. Sir, how I can improve? Sir, what is the meaning of this? Well, now we should be getting a specific question from students, na? Not general. General, to I am saying when I started ACCA FR class, in that first class also. What is the CIMA structure, exam structure and everything. Then I said again, when I started CIMA MCS, then continuously I'm saying every class, but we are still standing there only. Those general question, general discussion. If you are writing anything which is not related with the pre-scene, which is not related with the scenario, you are not going to get any marks. You will say, sir, technical write-up, suppose sensitivity. You will explain sensitivity in 2, 3, 4 lines. what is sensitivity. But now when you cover the further part, what is given in the unseen, what is given in the scenario, question, and what general information you have from the pre-scene, you need to use that. You need to mingle, you need to ming your technical knowledge and the practical understanding. दोनों को मिलाना होगा, which you need to practice regularly. This cannot be done in one day. When you do this practice regularly, then any question will come in exam. You will be able to answer, you will be able to write, you will be able to easily pass the exam. And as I said, before giving the exam only, that is on 14th, 15th, 16th November, whichever is the date, you and me both know whether we will pass or not. Not that on the day of exam. We know in advance with 95% accuracy, not 100%, because we are not God. But whatever we have 95%, that efforts we should put. 5% to nobody is any hand. There are sometimes a student good, don't able to pass. Happens, bad luck. The 5% doesn't click. But if you are not giving your 95%, you can't rely on 5% part. So there are many who don't write the answers. Already gone. Already kahani khatam hai. There are those who are writing the answers. They need to improve in every writing style. You are doing A to B, you are doing B to C, you are doing C to D, you are doing D to E, then you are coming in mock paper. Every time you should feel I am doing better. I should feel you are doing better. तब तो होएगा ना. और तो कोई तरीका है नहीं यार. There is no other way to pass CIMA case study exam other than this. कोई दूसरा तरीका नहीं है. Amar has given exam operational case study. He gave the exam P1 1 or 2 times. He couldn't pass. Then I requested him that you transfer to case study route, FLP route. And then in operational level in August, he was writing continuously the answers. I was giving him feedback. Others were also there in the class. There were 3 students gave the exam. 2 passed, 1 couldn't fail. The one who couldn't pass, he's saying that, sir, it was my mistake only. I am not saying, he's saying, कि at the end, for last 10-15 days, I have not worked properly. But the other 2 have passed. So it's the exam where if we are doing what is required by the institute, we will pass the exam. But if we are not doing that, or if we are not doing that in the right mode, in the right direction, then we will not pass. The exam day and the result day is not deciding your pass and fail. It is known in advance only.
Yeah, clear at 360.
What should I say here?
Okay.
Now again, if somebody will say that for any question, what they have written, I am not discussing that in the class. I have my own understanding, my own experience. That is one way of writing the answers. It's not that only model answer is the answer. Because how I will remember, even though suppose I have gone through the core area B answers, but I don't remember line by line because my intention while reading the model answer was not that I need to mug up. Because then I cannot alive. I cannot teach to a single student if I will start reading the sentences, paragraph and all that. So you also advise, don't do that. Don't try to mug up this. But read this so that you can understand exactly what they want to communicate. And if I have written this, how can I improve my writing style? How can I cover a proper length of answer? What they are doing, which I am not doing. Where I need to improve, which I am also guiding. By reading the model answer also, you are getting that guidance. And try to apply that in next write-up. Don't be very fast in giving the answer. If I have given you 3-4 days, who is telling you to submit tomorrow only? Why don't you do proper research? Most of you written the answer, sensitivity analysis, nobody understand. I have not taught. But definitely according to me, if you have written something relating to sensitivity, then you know that you need to refer from somewhere, some technical knowledge, some understanding, then you write. Everybody must have done that. For example, today Som Subro is not there in the class. Som Subro is doing the case study classes for more than 2 years. And in every batch, he's doing this notanki. Sometime coming, sometime not coming, sometime writing. And I have explained him sensitivity 5-6 times already. Still, he is also writing the wrong sentences, wrong things. That means we are not getting what is sensitivity. You have read from somewhere, still you didn't understand. That means it is my job to make you understand sensitivity in the class very crystal clear way. But when I will say, you need to write that in your own language only. You can't mug up my sentences or can't mug up any write-up. If you are mugging up, you can't perform. This is an exam where mugging up cannot work. You need to make yourself understand. And you need to be practical. When we are studying Tuesday, Friday class, they are, I will say, 80% technical. But this class, when I'm doing, it is not related with any study material, any bookish thing. It's very practical. Like Johu, you said that I know so many things. Why? Because you have worked for so many years. You have handled so many issues in the organization. So this exam is that only, man. You are better than me. If you forget from your mind, pass, fail and all that, because I say always one thing. Suppose we give exam in November and we couldn't pass. What will happen in life? If suppose we gave exam, we will be giving exam in November and suppose the result is negative. Johu, what will happen in life?
Nothing will happen. I'll go and
Nothing
write
will
back
happen.
again.
But we are taking
That's it.
so much tension that we are losing our common sense. Because of the exam pressure, we are deteriorating ourselves. ए भाई एक बार ये सोचना यार एग्जाम में फेल हो जाएंगे, हो गया, टेंशन खत्म करे भाई. Now, whatever you have learned in your life, your last 10 years, 8 years, 15 years, whatever experience you have, apply that experience in your write-up. Don't think it is an exam or a question for which you are writing the answer. Think it's a practical problems. The practical problem solutions are not written in any book of the world. Then to everybody will to solve the problem, they will see the book. No book is available. The practical problem are solved by practical understanding. So when I discuss in the class, I use my practical experience of 25, 30 years. Not worked anywhere, but my organization is more than everything. Managing students, managing staff, managing suppliers, managing institutes, managing family, managing so many other things and all that, everything. वो भी तो एक practical experience. Because if you are working somewhere, you are managing the business of others. If you are doing your own business, you are managing your own business. Whether it's HR, whether it's marketing, whether it's operations, whether it's finance, whether it's product development, pricing, whether it's accounting, whether it's taxation, everything I'm dealing. भैया थोड़ी ना यहाँ पर 500 लोग हैं जो करेंगे. I am the person who need to do everything. So that experience I need to apply in writing my answers. हमको वो लेकर आना है अपने आंसर में, which may not be written in the model answer also. But God has given me some brain, some practical understanding. After doing business for 30+ years, कुछ तो दिमाग लगा सकते हैं यार. सारा वही है. 80 to 90% of your write-up is that only. Just only somewhere, suppose what is sensitivity. Even though you read, you are not understanding. You need to understand what is sensitivity, which I will explain. But then there are so many team performance. इसमें कोई थोड़ी ना कोई बताएगा कोई किताब में क्या लिखेगा. आप फेल पास को पहले दिमाग से निकालिए. Because of that, you are not able to perform properly. Whatever your competency, whatever your knowledge, whatever your skills, you are not able to bring in the book, bring in the answer, because you are very much pissed off, pressurized by exam, pass, fail, pass, fail. That's a byproduct. When you know the things, passing is a byproduct. When I'm teaching well, students will be coming, it's a byproduct. Tuition fees will be coming, is a byproduct. Why I need to take tension, student will come or not, tuition fees will, then I cannot teach. भैया जो कर रहे हो करना चुपचाप से यार. Whoever is there in the class, make them happy, feel them confident, help them in every corner. Why that I will not be getting the students? But if I will start thinking whether next month the student will come or not and all that, then I will not be able to teach, man. Then automatically the result will be bad only. You cannot control the end product. You can control whatever is in your hand. Do your job in the right direction, with the best interest, with passion. Outcome will automatically be in place. Sometimes God is not happy with us. We have given our 100%. Still the result is negative. It happens in everything. There is a cricket player batting Virat Kohli out in the first ball. Is a bad batsman? Nobody will say. Any bowler is one of the world's best bowler. One day, somebody hit 20 runs in 1 over. A bad bowler. Bad day comes. We receive failures. Failing in the exam is a failure, but not putting efforts in the right direction is failure in the exam before the exam only. आप एग्जाम के बारे में सोचना बंद करिए फॉर दिस सब्जेक्ट, फॉर दिस एग्जाम. Just focus. These are all, you are working in the company which is making window. You know your board members and everybody, the business model and everything. Now the problems which your organization is facing, you need to give them the solutions. Practical solutions, not bookish solutions. You start thinking along those lines, the level will increase in the write-up automatically. Because all of you are working. अभी जो क्लास में सारे लोग वर्किंग हैं. गौरी, जोहू, साजिन, अनवर, अजमेरी, nobody is. तो आप ऐसा मत सोचिए कि somebody is not working, student have so much time. Everybody is working. ठीक है? Everybody is on the same scale, same level. Why not we will be able to perform practically the way we are doing work daily? Okay? आगे बढ़े आप. Whenever you all asking some question and I am giving answer, suppose yesterday, Johu, you asked that why don't we record the 7 million of the next year now? I gave you a practical answer, not about IFRS. That you start recording all the revenue of 25, 26, 27 in your books of accounts. Then you said no. Then the story finished. So when the practical answers are given, even the technical stuff becomes very simple. But if we are saying it is technical, CIMA case study, then in that case, we can't pass this exam. It is not technical, man. Chaliye. Exam style question, practice task B1. If I am in the exam hall, for this first question, I will perform like I am in the exam hall. I need to focus exactly, first of all, what is the requirement. I will read first that, then I will start reading from the beginning. Then again, I will read the requirement again. Maybe while reading, if I'm getting some feeling, I will type something in my answer sheet. There I will type. Maybe I will elaborate later. That I will do for first 10 minutes. 8 to 10 minutes, this is my job. Recommend with reasons. The manner in which a project to recall the windows affected by the product safety issues should be organized. Recommend with reasons. The manner in which a project to recall the window affected by the product safety issues would be organized. There is a project where we are going to return, I mean to say replace or return to the customer for the product, for the windows which is installed, which is not fulfilling the product safety requirement. Okay? It's a simple thing. There are so many motor car companies, four-wheeler, Maruti, Hyundai. Every company in the history, they sold the motor car to the customer. They call back the motor car and they replace the motor car with another car. There are so many cases. Suppose you are purchasing an air condition. I have practical experience. I purchased an hair AC. Hair company AC for, sorry, not AC, freezer. Hair company freezer for 45,000 rupees. Now the fridge is not getting cool. The ice is not there many times. I complained them that it is not giving me the ice. It is not getting cool. One person came, said this issue. I wrote his name and what he said, at what time and which day he came. Again, I complained that person came, but the solution is not there. Again, they send another person. Now the another person of the hair is saying some another thing. The name of the person, the time he came, and what issue he raised. Like this, 3-4 persons came, and everybody is saying different issues. It is giving nautanki to me. Given the money, I'm not able to get the ice and all that. Why damn I purchased freezer. Then I mailed it to the hair company head office. All those name, that is MD, FMD, all mentioned. I gave the entire detail. This day, this person came, said this time, along with his number and all that. All the proofs are there. Okay. The job sheet which they have filled up is attached. And I said that I want the resolution. The hair company, Eastern head came in my house. He said that we can take back the freezer. We will give you the entire 45,600 was the exact amount. INR 45,600. Or we can rectify now. I said I don't want rectification. I don't want any association with hair anymore. Because selling a wrong product and then the team don't know what is to be done. Harassing me for so much time. I don't want. I just want my money back. I could have claimed compensation also. I don't want. I am ethical person. Fridge lo, paisa wapis do. Nahi chahiye. They take in the goods and they have given my money in the bank account on that very day, standing there only. There only the person was standing in my house and gave me the money. Not cash, they have transferred in my bank account. Story finished. Now, since that day, this is a story I am saying 10 to 11 years back. Never I have purchased any product of hair company. Maybe that was one of the mistake, but they lost me. They lost a customer, and I am saying this in the class. That means maybe somebody liking here, they will be also not liking. It's a bad will created. It's a product recall only. In my case, it was not a recall for everybody, but at least from me, it was a product recall. When any organization is selling product and the product are not fulfilling the conditions, they are not as per the standard, you have all the right to complain, and you will complain, not that you fight. Now I will write in the social media, here come there, because in the social media, all bogus things are there. Why somebody is liking, why somebody is not liking, what comment is there. You don't know the entire story. So social media, 99% is bogus things. What is genuine, you don't come to know. I don't like writing about here in social media, this, that. I'm just giving an example relating to the refund of a product, recall of a product by the hair company because I was not satisfied. So if there is a problem in the product of the company and it is sold to so many persons, obviously all will complain when you know that thing is there. It is better that you recall before they saying anything. Otherwise, presently you may not be doing this. In later your business will finish. Not a question of social media. सीधा बात है. इतने लोग जिन लोग को you have sold the product, they are not satisfied. Whether they will not create adverse effect on your बड़ा से बड़ा organization भी खत्म हो जाएगा. ये तो कोई I mean to say this company not listed. This is practicality. This is not written in any book. But when I'm reading this, I'm correlating my experience. When I'm checking your answer, when I'm reading the question paper, I'm correlating my experience in life. Similarly, you must have some experience in life. Apply that in writing your answers. Don't take tension. I don't know the books. Not, अरे भाई, ये book का knowledge नहीं है मेरे भाई. कौन सा book में आपको मिलेगा E2, P2, F2 में लिखा हुआ product recall क्या करना है? ऐसे थोड़ी ना लिखा हुआ मिलेगा. उससे बढ़िया chat GPT है. In the chat GPT you mention, I am representing a company making window, double-sized window. The company has sold windows, which is this type, this product is case scenario. And the company is recalling because recalling is there because there is a problem. While recall, what the steps the companies would follow into detail so that the company can complete this project with satisfaction to the customers and to our goodwill and brand image. What should be the steps? Please explain me in detail. Chat GPT will give you full answer. That answer may be better than this model answer. But Chat GPT is not giving guarantee whatever they are writing is correct. So you are getting something pakaya ready in this AI world answer for this question. Now don't do that, copy, paste, and then submit. This is not done, man. I can do that because I'm not going to give exam. You can't do that, man. If I will be giving exam, I will also be doing the same thing which I am telling you. You are reading the model, chat GPT answer, everything is there. Maybe they are not using the name of the company, the name of the director and all that. That you can use that. Now close the answer and write in your own language. If you are able to write a very good answer with a proper length in the given time, done, man. Finish. Story finish. You were taking so much tension to write the answer. And I think this much time we need to give for study. क्या गौरी जी, इतना टाइम तो देना पड़ेगा ना, फ्री में थोड़ी ना पास होंगे यार, हाँ? ऐसे
Yes, sir.
लेकिन आप दे तो नहीं रहे हैं यार, और फिर आप बोलेंगे नहीं हो रहे हैं पास, ऐसे तो नहीं चलेगा यार।
Sir, इस वाले क्लास में I was not able to write the answers, B and C. I know, मतलब excuse है. I was traveling,
कोई
sir, but
एक्सक्यूज
हाँ.
नहीं चलेगा, मैं सुन ही नहीं रहा आपके एक्सक्यूज।
I know, sir.
जब से आप ज्वाइन किए हो तब से मैं एक ही बात करता हूं, और अभी भी मैं वही बात कर रहा हूं क्लास में, कि जो बोलेंगे वो करना पड़ेगा। इफ यू डोंट डू, यू कांट पास। अगर आप नहीं करोगे तो आप पास नहीं करोगे, सिंपल। ऐसे भी नॉर्मली आप लोग के लिए जो क्लास होता है, जो अकाउंट्स वाला, वो ऑड आवर में होता है। आप लोग के लिए, यूके वाले के लिए तो नहीं, चलिए वो क्लास आप नहीं कर रहे हैं, मैं एज्यूम कर रहा हूँ रिकॉर्डिंग कर रहे हैं, ये तो आपके लिए उतना ऑड आवर नहीं है, ये तो आपके अनुसार ही है। तो क्लास अटेंड करने के साथ साथ पूरा इंस्ट्रक्शंस भी तो फॉलो करना पड़ेगा ना। इसमें कुछ नहीं है कि आप मन के अच्छे हो, खराब हो, बाय हार्ट यू आर अ गुड पर्सन और नॉट। एग्जामिनर को आपका हार्ट वगैरह नहीं चाहिए, भैया क्या क्वेश्चन है, आंसर क्या लिखे हैं, वो क्लास में डिस्कशन से नहीं बन पाएगा। एग्जाम में क्लास में सब लोग है, कोई कुछ बोल रहा है, कोई कुछ बोल रहा है, सब कोई फीलिंग आ गया। एग्जाम में क्या सब लोग साथ में रहेंगे क्या? इन द एग्जाम हॉल एवरीबडी विल बी टुगेदर, वी डिस्कस एंड देन वी राइट, देन तो इट्स अ लग्जरी। You can't open chat GPT, you can't refer anything, you can't talk to anybody, चुपचाप से अपना आंसर सोचकर लिखना है, वही तो एक चैलेंज है। लेकिन उसको मत सोचिए भैया, अभी करिए ना आप नॉर्मली, क्यों नहीं होएगा? ठीक है, स्टार्टिंग द रीडिंग ऑफ द क्वेश्चन, बट दैट मींस इन दिस क्वेश्चन देयर इज नो टेक्निकल स्टफ यू नीड टू रेफर फ्रॉम एनीवेयर। कहीं से कुछ नहीं पढ़ना है एक्चुअली, मेरे को कोई पूछे तो, बिकॉज इतना ज्ञान आप लोग को है अपने प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस से। तो कोई टेक्निकल स्टफ नहीं है इस आंसर को लिखने के लिए, कोई अकाउंट्स का लीजिंग नहीं चल रहा है, रेवेन्यू रिकग्निशन नहीं चल रहा है कि आपको टेक्निकल ज्ञान होना पड़ेगा, नथिंग। प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट, मार्टिन थवानी, योर लाइन मैनेजर, invites you to join him in a meeting room. One second.